Hi, my name is Annette, and what you will find out from Effortless Parenting will change your parenting forever, because we all deserve calmer homes. Today I would like to talk about the probably toughest challenge in our generation of parents, which is topic of screen time, video games and social media. And before I start, I would like to say that this is merely my opinion, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. You can also leave me a comment below or sign up to my upcoming parenting course, and again, all the details are in the description box below. So my first encounter with social media and parenting was when my daughter was about 4 years old or 5, I can't exactly remember what age she was, and I had put YouTube on the TV for her, and I wanted to expose her to more German speaking or hearing German, and I typed in this cartoon of this German show I knew, and typed in something like Jona Lu German, and left the room, went to the kitchen, and I came back half an hour later. And when I came back in, I saw that she was watching something that came up automatically. I was very naive. I didn't even know about autoplay at the time, and it was called 100 Reasons to Hate Germans. And I was completely shocked how these things can happen and how little influence I had, and I felt really powerless as a parent. So I went to my book, which was written, not my book, but a book that I follow, I call it my Bible. It was written in the 1960s, and it had a chapter on TV, and I assume that for the parents of that generation, TV was what phones are for us now. And some of you might disagree and say, yeah, it's a whole different ball game. But this is what the book said that I found so interesting. So it said that the problem in parenting that we face is not the TV or the phone. I just would like to replace this with the phone. It's the lack of cooperation between the child and the parent. And that understanding this Adlerian approach of parenting, I addressed it like every challenge that comes up in parenting, and I saw it as a problem to be solved rather than one to be resented, because it also said that like something like the TV, everything new that arrives in a generation is there to stay. And I see it as our kind of shared responsibility as a parenting community to find solutions for it. So what I am offering is, and also what I wanted to say was that I'm not against screen time at all, because I know this concept of not allowing something, and we all know these stories of when you don't maybe allow sugar in your child's diet, or I read in this one book, if no guns are allowed for little boys to play with, that it can really backfire, and then there's this increased fascination for our children. So you're probably familiar with this concept. So I'm not saying how much time your child should spend on screens or anything like that. The way we addressed it at the time is we had a family meeting, and we discussed, when my daughter was then 5, 6, how much time would be okay for her to spend on YouTube and screens in general. And then as they got older, they're now 11 and 8, my children, that increased, and we're now at, I think, 3 phone times a day, not a day, I apologize, 3 phone times a week of about half an hour. And we've got a system where they mark on the board when they had their screen times, and that works for us at the moment. So I just want to come back. I'm not saying or dictating. That's up to every parent individually, how much screen time is appropriate for the child at different ages. My bigger concern is how our children are not really how they're learning to self-regulate. And I learned from Dan Siegel, who some of you know, that he's a neurobiologist, that our brain hasn't developed that ability to self-regulate until about 25. And I feel that it's our responsibility as parents to help our children to first of all be able to deal with feelings like anger and frustration and sadness and boredom before they reach for the screens. And the work I do is it offers you a space as a parent to look at your own addictions and how to deal with them. And I've had several addictions in my lifetime, from food to cigarettes to alcohol, and the approval, kind of needing approval from others, and how to overcome that and deal with it. And I think we all know how much impact we have as parents in the way we role model things, because a lot of us have found that we sometimes become our own parent in our behavior. And I really call it a superpower, because we can also use that to our advantage, because we all have really, really good attributes that we took over from our parents. So if you're interested, I have a special offer this month about this tool I found, which is Byron Katie's The Work, and that really helped me to deal with my addictions. And thank you very much for listening.